Good morning! Welcome to Sunday Morning Coffee number 128, bang on 10 o'clock, as you can expect. Got lots of news for you today. I've solved the issue with my thumb and how I can't show you the thumb because it looks awful. I got an extra hand. I got 10 extra hands. And this is Chris's fault, who I think watches this. So he sent me a link to something entirely different. But then I saw that they sold little hands, and I figured I needed a whole load of little hands. They're really cool. I only wish they'd fit a bit better on the thumbs, but used for something. For something. I've already used one on it. Oh, look at them though, there's so many uses. Pandemonium morning. Tiny hands, tiny hands. Yeah, I'm gonna use them in TikToks or something. I don't know, or just I kind of want to go to a trade show like I did. Squid fingers are all last year. It's all about extra hands now. They do ones where you do it like that, and it's like squirrel heads, and I kind of want to chase the guinea pigs with them and go way. So yeah, I hope you like the little hands. Let me know what things I can do with the little hands. But it covers the thumb up, so you can't really complain about that. So anyway, we do have lots of news. just want to casually be like, yeah, you know what it's like when I might keep one hand on and take the other hand off. I can use the computer with it though, because I can click there. They're coming for you. They're coming for you. Anyway, yes. So I hope you're all okay from the storm in the UK. We had a mega storm. I don't know if it went to Europe much or not. Andreas is not sure if I prefer the thumb or this is what you get. You know when you wish for something and then you wish that you never wished for it. You wish to not see the thumb and your wish was granted in the worst possible way. Oh yeah, I want tiny hands to go on the tiny hands. So anyway, yeah, tiny hands has distracted me. Yes, we had a mega storm, and I saw that Wicker Man's lost some panels of his greenhouse, so I hope everyone else is okay. Nottingham was a bit of a storm letdown, but on the plus it means that nothing broke. I took Friday off because I got I got myself wound up that the storm was going to be hurricane level and everything would go wrong. I thought that I was saying 3D printed extra teeny hands on the way, and then hands for them, and then hands for them. No, I looked. I was reading on Thursday night that that there was all sorts of storm coming, and then I ended up not able to sleep as I was removing everything from the garden. I even put my wheelie bins in the garage. I charged all of my phone up, ready for the system to go, for the grid to go down. I was looking at local things in other people's gardens, going, well, that storm, I can't possibly go to work. I was googling, can you walk in 70-mile-per-hour winds? It's like, no, you'll die. So I went, well, I cannot go to work, can I? I will stay home, be vigilant for storm. And we had a bit of wind in Nottingham. It was a bit of a letdown. I was hoping to see all sorts of carnage. My neighbour's tree fell down, so there's that, but I didn't hear it go down or anything. I wanted a bit of my tree to go down because I don't like part of it, and I wanted that bit. The landlords won't chop it, so I thought if it goes down, then they'll have to send someone out. But yeah, there is a storm. I almost cancelled the show in the week, but you'll be pleased to know that I haven't. You may also note the change in tone. Dun, dun, dun. I have emerged from my sadness, which was 2 weeks. So this week I don't want to do a show because I don't want to just not have much content to actually talk about, so I'd rather skip it. But I've come back to life, so there is a nanny. I think this was the turning point. I think they definitely assisted, gave me a bit of a hand getting back to normal. not to point the finger at anything, but yes, I don't feel I need to apologise, but the last couple shows I've been a bit of a glum, and it's the best. I was getting a bit worried. I kind of went into a glum after that attack, and I'm just reading all your awful puns there. And I've been trying, but I haven't been able to get much done. And the reason I wanted to cancel was because I didn't think I'd really have anything to talk about. But I do, because I ended up getting loads done in, well, Thursday. Thursday was the day, and it would have been Friday as well had I not been out there with my with my binoculars going. I was on storm websites. I was on everything, trying to figure out the traction, where the storm might be going. Not everyone I knew, a large amount of people had messaged and said, don't go out there, don't go out there. It's not safe. Ian from Fenris, I was saying, you cannot walk your dog after 5 a.m. You have to get up before 5 a.m., walk the dog. And he was walking the dog at like 8 o'clock and it was fine. So I was a bit like one of those end of the world people, and then when the world doesn't end, so I was like, oh. So yes, so I still remained in good spirits on Storm Day, and yesterday yesterday, they're so cool. There are something like whole towns as well for all of them, so you should all get these little hands. So news. You may have noticed that the newsletter has already gone out this morning. If you've been in your inbox, you would have gone, what is this doing here? And yes, a Sunday morning newsletter, quite unusual. So I was supposed to do it yesterday, and I've been supposed to do it since before Christmas, to be honest. The last newsletter was about November, and I'll still get people unsubscribing, marking it as spam, like once every 4 months emails. But yeah, I managed to get it out. It's taken me ages. Yesterday, I got all set up. I had this tablet here, and I've got all the like phone grips and stuff for doing filming. So I had my phone next to the screen because it's not a huge screen, so I didn't want to split it. So I had my phone there, and I thought I'm going to put Twilight on because it sounds funny, and and that will be something to entertain myself while I write the newsletter. And I got no newsletter done, and I watched 3 Twilight films. I will tell you more about my thoughts on Twilight after we've talked about some actual bad Squiddo stuff. But it meant that because I lost the day to Twilight yesterday, I got up extra early to make sure that the newsletter goes out. And then I was going to schedule it for later, and thought I'll put it out before the show. Why not? And then I resend. So sometimes you might get it twice, and that's just because you've not opened it. So what it does, I choose, although it always goes, do it quick. I'm like, no, leave them a few days. So probably Monday evening or something, I resend to non-openers. So it means anyone that missed it now will then get it Monday evening. So never worry if you're like, why have I got 2? It's just me going, open it, give me the stats. So yes, I appreciate if you read those. If you read them, because they take me hours. It took me like 3 hours at least somehow, just getting everything together for them. And I like to make them nice and entertaining, and they're not just like product. So yeah, little hands. So what have we got? Look at you, not fans of the little hands. Look at they can high five each other. Whoa. So what else is happening? So newsletter is out. The newsletter has tons of stuff in it. So after this, go and have a look in your inbox or spam or wherever it's gone to. It tells me who's opened it, so I know. And you know you get ranked. you get ranked on the stats for how often you open her. So some are like star openers. Yeah, that's what you want to be. Yes, well, Twilight. Twilight of it. I think everybody is too old. I'm definitely too old for Twilight, but it was very entertaining. I've got an itch. So I'm sorry. This is quality TV. So what has happened? I have spent about 2 weeks in a pit of misery, so everything's been a bit behind and a bit of a mess. Thursday, I got the buzz and I got loads of stuff done, and I had a major tidy at work, which helped. So with all the orders, everything is caught up. So that's good. New casts arrived. That also helped with my mood. Brand new casts, of which I will show you some. It means I'm going to have to take the little hands off to get to my phone. Oh no, Annie, you can't do that, I hear you say. But we love the hands. We'd rather you keep the hand on and don't show us all of these new casts. I will in a mo. They're quite reassuring. I think I do prefer them to the squid fingers. I might experiment with a mix, like maybe have squid fingers on one hand and then the little hands on another. Yes, Pandemonium. You can have some little hands. So new casts are here. So this is awesome. TikTok, I've put. So last Sunday, I was talking about how I was on my quest to get to 300 followers on TikTok, and I failed. I went, I can't even get 300 followers on TikTok, which is a fine number, but bear in mind that I've got like 9,000 on the other platforms. I thought I'd get a bit more of a bump up. So I've finally done it. I have hit 300 followers. I'm on 309 as I checked before this. I like this. I feel like I'm a spider. So I finally did it. Woo! It did take me a week longer than my little task, but I'm sticking at it. I'm slowly getting some traction on there, ever so slowly. I'm trying every trick in the book to TikTok. I saw above someone said they've seen most of them. I've appreciated it, especially when I've seen people sort of find the channel and then they've just like ticked like on everything in a row. That's awesome, because it does, especially because my numbers are so low on there, it does actually make a difference. And like everything, the more interaction you get, the more they show it to other people and all that sort of stuff. And I've started chatting to a few people to a few little TikTokers as well, so that's been really nice. And there is a nice community. It's just a pit of hell, and if you're not on there, I wouldn't even recommend it. It's a hell zone. I know a few people have said, "Oh, I might set up an account to give you a follow." Like, don't go, don't do it. You'll see them all on the other platforms anyway. It is an ultimate time sink, and it's full of awful. There's so much awful on TikTok, but there is a nice little community in there. So if it's the sort of thing you're interested in, then yes. But if you previously had no desires to TikTok, then I wouldn't. It's a very strange place. It's not a kids app though. I see a lot of people going, "Oh, it's a kids thing though." Like it was at one point, but there's barely any kids that I see on there. And I think the thing is generally, if you're interacting with kids, it shows you more kids. So I don't interact with kids. Mostly get plant stuff and hobby stuff now. And now Twilight stuff, because I was looking it up yesterday. So yeah, the TikTok. If you do have an account, go do a little follow, or just spread the word around other places, because it's an entirely different world. It's full of strangers. It's all strangers. Whereas other social media, you've got a lot more people that you already know that are already buying or fans of the stuff. Whereas TikTok, you kind of get shown to random people. You scroll through, it's like a mixture of stuff that you follow and stuff that other people, stuff that you follow, and then it's sort of like algorithm recommended. Yeah, so I thought it was only a couple years ago, last year. Sophie from Needy Cat, she has a TikTok, and she's very popular on it because she builds as a little side thing, it's a huge thing, but it's not her main job. She builds terrain boards. So she was just showing, if you show things like that, you get loads of sort of traction. So she was showing speed builds, fast forwarded builds of her making boards and things. So she was telling me about it, and I was the same, going, yeah, like carousel, and they're just doing that towel dance thing. And I went, nah, it's not for me. And then some point during lockdown, whenever it was, I thought I'll have a little look, and then went, oh, this is some interesting. Like all social medias, you can use it as you like. You can really hone it on and just watch the good stuff, but that's a lot of discipline because there's loads of little, just little interesting things. But it is an absolute dopamine machine. So, yeah, that's terrifying. But no, there's loads of hobby on it. There's just loads, basically whatever your hobby is, there are people talking about it on TikTok. It's where I've learned most of the stuff about plants, and I now know a lot about plants because there's just loads of people just going 2-minute video. This particular plant, it has this problem. What can we do about it? And so there's really nice communities, like you can duet with people and all that's cool. And it doesn't have to be anything. It's duet, but it's not singing and dancing or anything like that. There's loads of that, but if you don't interact with it, you don't see it. I just get it now and again when it goes, are you sure you don't want to go on normie TikTok? Like, no, put me back on the weirdo TikTok. I prefer this, yes. So yeah, all loads of like alt lifestyles and alt lifestyles and things on there. You may have noticed that I've gone from being sad to on it. So I don't want to make a disaster here, so I think I will take at least the thumbs off. I'll take the thumbs off. I've got a new mug, and I don't know who it's from because it didn't have a note, but it was on my wish list. So thank you very much, whoever got me this mug. It's beautiful. It also came with there's a picture. It also came with a teapot, which is absolutely stunning, which I should have brought up. This is all going to fall off, isn't it? But they're going to go to the office for my my tea-ness. So I've actually got a chamomile tea here to attempt to calm myself down a little bit. So there we go. Yes, just like that, Peter. Yeah, it's interesting because I was exactly thinking it was just the youth jumping about. I think Jez said, but no, it's worth a little scroll. Then okay, I said don't go; it's a hell pit, but huge hobby community on there. So it's a lot of people just showing off because it's short form video. It's just you don't need to do anything special. You don't need to show your face. It's just people going here. I've just done I've done the next layer on this figure. What do you think? Or here, I bought this today and stuff like that. It's very GW centric, but I'm slowly finding some of the some of the other stuff. Obviously, the more niche the game, the harder it is. So I'm not mainstream. So largely Games Workshop, but there's also there's the printing community. So derision. There's a lot of 3D printer people there. So if you do that as a hobby, then there's loads. And bolt action, there's a bit more of, because obviously that's big. And I'm starting to find the old hammerers, which is good. Pandemonium saw Sophie's board as a while back up this thing. I forgot to mention it. Yeah, the Dead Zone board she made was outstanding because I had zero interest in that terrain. I thought it was really dull, and then she painted it up all wild, and it made me want it immediately. So it did the job. Pandemonium also said, my mate Luke suggested I should become a TikToker. Well, I did make a TikTok with one of your painted miniatures yesterday. I don't know if you saw it. It featured little hands. Oh no, Andrew, no! I didn't put it close. I didn't put it close up. It seems to be looking worse each day. Just thinking there's a lot of handless gnomes in the Squiddo garden. Oh, I've got it. Managed to like get a good grasp now. So yeah, you're already on TikTok, Pandemonium. You might as well just accept it and go there. You could. It's again, it's whether you want to spend the time on it, but you could easily make some short videos just showcasing your paint jobs. And then, like with what you just said there, you can share them across different social media platforms. So I've been enjoying showing them across different places, almost like using it as a movie maker, and then it's a bonus if someone sees it. Because I like the way it is really easy to film and add the sounds on and everything as well. And there's lots of like voiceovery stuff. So I've been finding clips from some of my favourite shows and then sort of voicing over some of my characters, which has been quite cool. But yeah, you don't need to do any of that. You can literally just go, hey TikTok, here I've painted another Space Marine. Here it is. Here's the front and here's the back. And people like it. There's a whole little world. Just trying to get them to like me. Yeah. Like my hands, it's probably because I've lost the circulation by this point, but I don't want to take them off, but I do need to show you some stuff. So, but look at that. Who invents this stuff? Geniuses, that's who. Absolute geniuses. So what else have we got? So we've got new casts to show you. Oh, Henry Cavill as well. So Henry Cavill to show you as well. Ratty says, I used to like TikTok when it was like Vine. I only lost 2 to 3 hours a day on it. Yeah, I put a screen timer control on it to stop myself, but I know the password, so I can change it, but it does make me go, I've been here a while. So that's what it does, because it is just loads of cool stuff and then something awful. Is there a pig site on TikTok? Yeah, there's quite a bit of guinea pig. There's a lot of rats. I've been watching a lot of rats on TikTok. They're very cute. Don't tell the guinea pigs though. So the guinea pigs are all doing very well. I should put that in the newsletter as well. Dave is doing good. That. My avocados. I might show you next week. If you've been following my avocado growth, they've started to do stuff now. 2 have got leaves. 4 have got an extra 4 have got was it an extra I'm just reading rats of tiny hands. I'm like, yes, they do, little hands. 4 have got shoots, and then I've got 8 or now 9 that have yet to germinate, but they haven't been there as long, but they're starting to look like they might get germinatory. Ratty says YouTube shorts are getting a bit lethal now too. See, I haven't been clicking any of those because now it's like social media does well, so then other social medias go, oh, we need to emulate that, and I never get really into that. So I was uploading on Instagram and it said, do you want to make this a reel? I don't know what that is. Okay, so I did something as a post and a reel, but I don't know. Gary says avocado growing on TikTok. Yes, there's a man I follow who just does avocado information, and he has a whole house full of growing avocados. See, getting you all there. I'm not like padding it out because I don't have much news. What have I got on my today list? Photoing minis. Yes, I'm going to make some more fun little talking of TikTok. Some more little photos, things like that. I might start scheduling some social media posts. So I'm going to do work, but I'm going to do nice work because I need to get some oomph back. Although the oomph is back, I just need to keep the oomph there. And just not fall back down again. So because I've had a lot of time off, I want to do stuff now. So I'm like, let's do it. But I'm not going to go to the office because storm. And it's Sunday, but I like my casual sort of working from home days. So I'm going to have one of those today. I'm not going to go out there. I'm in my pajamas. It's a Wonder Woman pajamas. You can see. I thought it looks like a nice top. No one will know till you tell them. So I'm going to have a chill day. Yeah, schedule some social media posts. I'm really glad that I got up early to do that newsletter, because the day would have become newsletter day and it would have hung over me going, do the newsletter. So that's done. So yeah, just another reminder, especially if you're a bit later, to come go have a look at your inbox after this and read my awesome newsletter. Then you can pass it around. Like, I kind of want us all to get these now, so that it shows everyone has to have Squiddo hats and little hands. That'll be the sign. Although I've now encouraged Ratty, I think. Oh no, look at this! No, my little thumb. I will show you some cool pictures on the phone, don't worry. And then I will go. I will leave you be. I do have some community miniature research to do. I don't know if that will end up being today, but we'll see. I just don't want to sit on TikTok or Animal Crossing, because I've done a lot of that this week. I'm done with the sit and do things. I watched 3 goddamn Twilight films yesterday. 3. Got 2 left, but I'm going to try and not do them today. See you later, Mum. See you next week. Bye. Bye, Lil. I love this. If ever you're down, just get some tiny hands. Carol, I bought some new pajamas recently and I reckon you could wear the bottoms outside. They look like 1920s wide leg spotty trousers. Do it! I frequently wear pajama bottoms because they get more interesting designs and they're comfortable. So I would definitely say go for it. And I am a trend setter. I'm the fashionista of wargames. Yes, there's 2 Twilight films left. Right, I'll show you some pictures and then I'll talk about Twilight, so the people that are here for actual wargames content can. I will have to take the hands off, but they're starting to pulsate. Oh, cool. I'm taking them off. Loungewear, that's it. Loungewear. Right. Don't worry, I still have human hands. Right, what have I got to show you? What have we got? Dum dum dum. Oh, no, does that work? I did take this very cute picture last night. I was watching Twilight. That was the 3rd Twilight, and I was watching it with little Dave Pig. So you can see his little ear there, and he's looking forward. So he was having a little chill out, and he was watching Twilight with me. Look at him, he's so cute. So it's like me then with little Dave. Actual work things. So one of the models that has came is Pack Mule Annie, and I absolutely love it. Let's get you a zoom in so you can see it's going to be a one-piece resin. You'll see why it's resin, because it is chonk. Come on, phone. There it is. So you can see her there. So it's an Annie. I sent the hot. That looks weird with all the extra hands. So all this new stuff goes to gone to John Morris to paint up, and that's it. And Annie, you can't quite see the face, but she's kind of doing this, like blowing the hair out of her eyes and going, bloody hell, this is heavy. Yeah, it could be done as metal, but no way. And it'll just be unwieldy as well. Like, you'll not knock it over, and then you're going to chip a bit. So I thought definitely resin. And the fact that it was sculpted and cast as one piece blows my mind. That one piece. I obviously would have told you you were out of your mind if you were to suggest that could be a one-piece casting. So I'm really happy with that. So she's going to be painted up in the Raging Annie colours, of course. And that's the one I'm most excited about. So that's by Alon. I've taken pictures of metals, but they always look rubbish. Metal does not photograph as well as ooh, that didn't photograph well at all, as resin. Plus, I photographed the metal inside the bags because I only took quick pictures as reference for Alan, so you can't fully see, but there's some more tieflings. This is an idea. They're sort of piratey, these ones. And I'm not going to show you them, but I'll show you these actually. So we've got some fantasy fighters to add to the damsels range, but they're in full armor, and they're going to look wicked. So John's painting these in your sort of normal silver, but then I'm sending a set to Amy to get them to paint sort of bright, almost a bit Space Marine-y, but not. You know, I still don't know if this was a myth or not. Did people paint their armor? But these will anyway. So I want to do them in Squiddo colours, so like a teal, purple, and orange one, and then put a bit of weathering on. And I think that'd look cool, just for all of cool. So there's that. There's a lot. And this is me not showing you them all because they're still the secrets. I'm like, oh, that's a secret. That's a secret. I'm sure there was something I was gonna. Oh, I'll give you a hint, but I won't tell you. We are. Hey, Wicker Man wins pun of the day. They're certainly in nightwear. What have I seen there? I've just missed something and saw that someone's sofa caught fire. I look away for a minute and there's shenanigans. I have 2 minis coming soon. Wild West. Wild West. Wild West. Wild West. Creak. Ominous creak. So yeah, ominous creak. I'm looking at it now. You can't see it. This is when people try and then zoom into my glasses and you can see the reflection. What is it? Enlarge, enhance. No, zoom, enhance, zoom, enhance. Look, it's there. What else do I have to show you? Let me check. I've already got a message from Pandemonium asking for where I got these hands from. Where are we going? Where am I going? Got to find the image now. I haven't got it on my phone. So most of you are aware that I live in Nottingham, and in the sort of the hub, the wargaming area. I'll wait for the screen to move into the mirror. So yes, I'm in the wargaming hub where exciting things happen. So I got a message on Friday evening from the chap who lives next door to me saying, Henry Cavill is at Warhammer Worlds. Let's go, let's go. And there wasn't a storm. You weren't even supposed to be traveling. So naturally, I ran out and we went to Warhammer World and I met Henry Cavill and he was a really nice guy. Here is a photograph. There's a photograph there. I took all my guinea pigs and he was absolutely lovely. He gave them all a little kiss on the nose. And that cat, so that cat there is the cat that follows me everywhere. That's my local cat. He even followed me there. And I took Giles with me so that I could show him Giles the plant, and he thought it was great. You see there, he's saying, that's really good, Annie. I'm really impressed with the way you've cultivated that plant. So that was really cool. Some people would say this is photoshopped, but they would be liars. but I am also a liar because it is photoshopped. I didn't get to meet Henry Cavill, but that entertained me. So I made that. He met everyone else in Nottingham. I made the original Photoshop I made was way too good, and then I had to start again and put some obvious flaws in there, so people think I was just lying. So yeah, I didn't. That's a man's body there. But it was true. He was in Warhammer World. My neighbour next door did message me, and he said, "Are you coming?" And I said, "He might. It's a bit weird. I don't want to just turn up and go, hey." Because I go a bit shy with those things, unless I've got a particular reason. Then but I thought, oh, he's just trying to have a day out, so he's probably not even there anymore. And then I got a message 5 minutes later going, "Oh my god, he's here!" And then next door sent me a picture of him with his next to him. So he was really excited. So that was nice. That was nice for him. I wouldn't have got in anyway because it was closed, but it was only letting staff in because everyone in Nottingham, apart from me, works at Games Workshop. So I wouldn't have been allowed in anyway. But I did like the idea of slipping him a bad Squiddo leaflet. I need to make sure I always have a business card on me in case I bump into Henry Cavill, because he will be back. He will be back. Yeah, like if you were there and he was there, I'd probably go kind of have a cheeky picture, but I imagine it's probably, I know they're used to it because they're celebrities, but you kind of turn up somewhere and then it's like the crowds descend as it's on the internet, as everyone's like, "He's here!" So I thought, I won't do that. It's just feel a bit weird. But now everyone else appears to have got a Henry Cavill picture, so I can be the odd one out. I can be superior by not having one. Yeah, he had the tour, so he's the guy who's Superman and The Witcher, mostly. And he's like one of those super chiseled A-list celebrity people. But he said not that a while ago, about a year ago or something, that he made slip that he's into Warhammer. And because of people are going, what, people like that aren't into Warhammer, which is very fair, but it means that he's getting it lots of publicity, which is actually pretty cool, but it's all GW centric. So I want to be like, Cavill, Cavill Chumley, and I'll wave him. I'll get his attention with my tiny hands. That'll lure him in. He'll go, what's happening here? Or I did tag him. I tagged him on Instagram. He'd go, I don't remember that photograph. That lady's hilarious. I think I'll come back to Nottingham. But yeah, I could go to one of his signings and go, Henry, Henry. And I'll say, you don't need them. You need these miniatures. I haven't got any to hand. You need these. These are bad Squiddo. And he'll go, what? This is wild. I didn't know there were other companies. And I go, hells yes. And he'll go, I'm done with Games Workshop. I'll now be the promoter. I'll promote all of Bad Squiddo for you. And I'm rich, so you don't need to pay me anyway. I'll just do it for the love. And then I'll make £1 million. And then when I've made £100 million, I'll give 50 million of it to all of you, which is not a statement. Oh, damn it. It's not legally binding. So, in fact, we'll not give you anything. But I'll give you it back in quality miniatures that are available to buy. How about that? Sound of one hand clapping. Right. I'm gonna head off. I think that's most of the things I've maybe sent him a handful of free minis. I bet he would love them. To wear. I could try and find, they do have contact details sometimes, don't they? Yes, Ratty's joined the Tiny Hand Gang. Yes. I should put them all on before I go, actually, just in case anyone missed it. If I ever meet him on a film job, I'll recommend you. Odd that that's a possibility. Yes, you should. You should also carry around a Bad Squiddo business card just in case. Yeah, that was just a bit funny that there was a mega celeb. I just thought it was a bit funny, and I'm now using that to try and get some leverage on TikTok. So right, I'm in a rambling state. I've got 2 more Twilights. I'm not watching them today. Please don't let me. If you see me tweeting that I'm watching Twilight today, just yeah, I can't. I'm trying to get Andy to watch the first 3. I've contacted his girlfriend to say he has to watch 3, and then we can watch the last 2 together next week. But he's being very grumpy about it. Who wouldn't want to watch Twilight? Oh yeah, I didn't give you my thoughts on Twilight. So yes, I knew it was terrible. I've been fully aware of the themes because I've had rants before about it and how so if you're not aware of it somehow, she's a normal human and she falls in love with a vampire who's in the body of a 17-year-old, and he's so mysterious and edgy, but also like kind of abusive. And so it's kind of like, oh, he's so horrible to me. Oh, he breaks into my house and stares at me while oh, it's so romantic. So all that's awful and giving a whole new generation awful things. Because obviously there are loads of teenagers sort of going, oh, that's goals, relationship goals. Like, no, it's not. But I'd never actually seen it. So I thought, oh, I'll watch this because I do like entertainingly bad films. So I was entranced. Such a bad film, but very entertaining. Very entertaining. It's just this guy just going, I'm dangerous. Don't come near me. I've killed people. And she's like, I don't mind. I don't mind that you've killed people. And then I won't spoiler it in case, but then there's stuff with werewolves. And yeah, there's werewolves and other vampires and all this stuff happening in this little town, and all very dramatic teenager stuff. But it was a very good guilty pleasure, so I did watch 3 of them, and I need to know what happens. Yeah, it is very very Buffy feel, but I liked Buffy. Although a lot of that was pretty cheesy, to be fair. I think if I watched it now, I'd go, yeah. Oh yeah, the Rattus, all the teenagers played by actors in their 20s. There's a bit I think it's the start of the second film, where one of the characters takes his shirt off and he's like absolutely ripped, like not Arnie level ripped, but he's a big muscly guy. And I thought, how old's he supposed to be? So I looked it up and he's 15. I was like, there's no way he's passing for 15. Just this like massive bloke being like, yeah, that's me. Like, you're not 15, are you, mate? So that's fun. Stephen says, go watch them, get it over with. I'm like, no, my eyes fell out after watching 3 yesterday. Yeah, basically that being a fan fiction, and then 50 Shades of Grey fan fiction, and off that I'm like, stop, please stop. But yeah, I do like my trash, and it's just, you can either laugh or cry. But I'm down into the what's the word? I'm invested in the plot. It appeals to my teenage self. So yeah, what's gonna happen? Ooh. It's cheered me up anyway. And these little hands are the best little friends anyone could have. Another reason I think I'm talking on is since Andy's moved out, I think I am actually lonely, which is a bit sad, but it's also not, because loads of people live on their own. And I did before Andy. But it means I've been, even though I've been in my pit, I've been a little bit more social because I need to talk to humans. So I've been phoning people a lot more. Phoning? So I've been talking to more humans on the phone, which is wild, but this is good. And so doing this also helps because it's chatting about stuff, and not just talking to guinea pigs. So I'm going to go because I'm just trailing off now. I thought I'd only manage 15 minutes, but we're on 45. So Jez is in by himself. I love it. Yes, I do. I do love it. I just realised that I do need some human interaction because I don't occasionally chat to Nick at North Star. To be fair, when I'm in work anyway, he usually comes over about 3 times a week and I have a nice little chat with Nick. But otherwise, I don't see humans, so having some phone calls good. But I am loving a lot more than I did first time round because I've got all these new systems for life and stuff, and I get to make everything as sort of perfect as I want. Does mean there's currently loads of soil in the kitchen, but other than that, yes, it's ace. Stuff is ace, and I'm glad I've escaped my brain for a little bit. So I am going to get out of here. Andreas, it's amazing even introverts have a minimum amount of human interaction, need grit and zero, it seems. Yes, and I learned that during lockdown because I am very much a hermit. I love socialising, but it just kills me. It absolutely drains me. So I have to sort of pick and choose and try not to. It's almost like I have to plan it out, or I'll just be exhausted, which sucks. So yes, I did realise that humans are necessary. They're so cool. Yes, I was repotting a plant that I may have killed, but may have been dead when it arrived. So there's that. So right, I'm going to get out of here. Thanks all for coming along. Thanks for being ace. Go read your newsletters. And if you go, where is my newsletter? It means you haven't signed up. But luckily, the link is in the thing below there. Take my hands off. So yeah, the link is there, so you can sign up, and then you can, through that, you can look at previous newsletters as well. Another thing I'm going to do today is I've printed a whole new thing out so I can schedule everything from my mind, plan out what I'm going to be doing. So I'm going to have a bit of a week plan and a strong plan. And I've also been using the voice recorder app. So I wander around the house like Alan Partridge going, idea for a mini. Henry Cavill, but covered in guinea pigs, not miniatures. But I've been using that as brain empty note things as well, so I don't have to type or write or anything. Just sit there and say all my weird stuff, and then I've got some text because it text to speech, speech to texts. So that's quite cool. That's called Otter, if you're interested. Right, I'm gonna go tell Pandemonium where he can get his little hands as well. See you later. Oh yeah. Bye. Human hands, it's okay. I'm not a mutant.